Yeah, I built the board in lockdown. It was originally not quite as steep as this because I was not very strong and I'd not really done much board climbing at the time. So I started climbing about 15 years ago. Did the usual like comp kid circuit at all the youth comps, and then after that wound up, took a couple of years off whilst I built this place, and then came back to it really more focused on outdoor climbing, board climbing. Not really done any comps since then, and just been really getting stuck into projecting hard boulders. So I got psyched to train in lockdown. Everyone had a lot of time. I built the board here. And then I saw just, oh, this is a little bit of training goes a long way. How far can this go? Like, and that just got me so psyched to train, see what the potential is. And then I just started enjoying the training for what it was and just seeing the minute gains over time. Fucking love training. This is the reality of board climbing. A Red Baron roof at Shipley Glen was my first 7C+, and I think I put like 12 sessions into that. Going from the moves seeming like completely impossible to on the send go, it was pretty steady. That was my first real experience of getting stuck in on that level. And that kind of just showed me that if you just keep showing up, you can actually just climb way harder than you expect. I've really enjoyed just putting time into single moves and really seeing what the limit is I can do on a boulder over years. Whereas in a comp, you've got 4 minutes. I don't think I need to see that I can do the climb on the first session. Just, I need to see the climb in person and just be inspired that it's amazing and that I want to climb it. I started trying Cypher and didn't get off the ground on my first session. I think at that point I'd kind of accepted that it was going to take a long time, so there was no reason to expect I'd be able to do any moves on the first session. It was going to take a few years, but you've got to have that first session at some point.
Yeah, come on. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
3 days after I sent Cypher, the conditions were still good, and I had my first session on rhythm. It's really one of the best climbs on grit. It's really worth the walk. After rhythm, I'd been really inspired to try more of these boulders that don't get repeated as much. Maybe have a bit of a walk in, or there's no send videos or really any beta. And you really get the experience of doing the first ascent. Alola was one of Steve Dunning's, and it's right by the roadside at one of the busiest crags in the north. And that was what really drew me to try it, is that it must be really hard if so many strong climbers are walking past it and none of them have done it. Probably spent about 4 or 5 hours scrubbing the moss off it. Where's the hold? Is it there? Yeah. It's a good sign when you can't really tell if you're on the hold, isn't it? I've managed to do that now in 2 or 3 sections with some good overlaps. I think that's definitely going to go in the next year or 2.
You're not going to climb it like that from the start though, are you? Let's be honest.
Titus Gawkro just seems initially completely doable. You start on a really good juggy ledge and you've got some slopers that they seem like if you're in the right position they're going to be good, and then it's a big jump to a massive jug and then like 7B top out, so it all seems pretty reasonable. And I think I've put 20 sessions into that boulder now, and I know some pretty strong climbers who have put some time into it and not gotten anywhere.
Have you done the jump?
I have not done the crux move.
Every session convinces me more and more that this is the hardest boulder I've ever tried. Maybe one of the hardest on grit. You can get the distance, but actually getting in the hold and taking the swing seems pretty impossible.
So the only thing I've been doing longer than climbing is music. I've been playing music since I was a kid, and then started recording music, got into the like more production side of things, and then built this place. This is my studio and my day job. There you go, push some buttons. That's my job. That's why I get paid hourly. Yeah, I was 18 when I took the building on just as an empty shell, and then I spent 2 years building it out into the studio. Music and climbing are both things that require a lot of patience, a lot of dedication, time, and I think that's why I've kind of gravitated towards both. I just really like the kind of perfectionist sides of each discipline.
Oh, do you want? No, you need to see my Karma training. This is my Nordic curl contraption for my specific Karma hamstring glute training. It just slots in there. Hook your heels under.
I have been training quite specifically for Karma, putting the time into like really getting strong hips for Karma and getting really flexible has actually just helped with everything else. I think I started trying it a little bit prematurely. I think I was just really psyched to get on it. It's obviously an amazing historic line, and I thought it would come a little bit easier than it did. I think now that I've climbed some other hard things in the UK, the pressure's off a little bit, and I feel like I've got a bit of a buffer with the strength. I maybe don't need everything to be as perfect. I do generally try to save the top out for the send go, and that's the moment of celebration. You're pulling over the lip, you've done the problem, and you might fall off the top out because you've not rehearsed it, but that's all part of it. The first time I consciously didn't work the top out was on Zoo York, which is one that people do fall off the top. But I just really wanted that moment of pressing out on the mantle to be, this is it, I've done it, this is the climb, wow. I tried the Ace this season as well because it just seemed like an obvious one to try. It's one of the big gritstone classics. I really consciously wanted to not do the Joker because I wanted the first time that I stuck the move to the jug to be the send go. Like, it was all about the experience on that boulder, and I wanted to hit that move perfectly from the ground. That was the send, that was the big moment of victory. I didn't want to have kind of had a watered down version of it from halfway.
Last session, or a session before even, I had full hand slap. You can hear it when it's a good...
And I wasn't initially that struck by it because it's a really popular crag. There's always people on it trying the Joker. And I'd been so used to trying these boulders that were a bit far out and no one had been on them in years.
But when I started getting close, I kind of understood that it's the simplicity of it and the history that makes it really good.
Yeah, nice. I kind of felt.
Yeah, you can feel when you hit these and they're good.
Yeah.
I've also been getting psyched on some local development recently. So it was really nice to add a small crag to the local scene.
Discovered by Elliot, the captain. There's a couple of other boulders around, but this is the main decent one, really. The others are not that great. Did a 7C, kind of spotted some more holes further down, and then this is where it's ended up settling. Starting position on this, and then this like backwards guppy thing, like pinching with your palm on here. And then the crux is stepping on the foot to be able to make the big move. I need to take dab. I mean, they're just way more comfortable than you expect. Here we go.
I am going back to try Karma in 4 days.
Roll the
Roll the clip.
Yes! That looks really solid. Come on.
Come on. Come on.
That's really good. Gus. Come on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Come on. Yes.
Yes.
Come on.
Come on.
Yes.
Come
Come
on.
on.
Come on.
Pull. Do it.
Come on.
Jug.
Yes.
Come on. Come on. Yes. Come on.
Come on.
Yes. Come on. Come on. Lewis.
Don't drop the top out.
Come on. Come on, baby.
Where that white pebble is.
Just stay calm.
There's a jug here.
Stay calm. Stay calm.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. Feel it.
That's it.
Go
You've
on.
got this. You've got this.
Press it out.
Come on. Come on.
Press it out. Come on.
Come on.